Elevated blood pressure is not only a problem for hypertensive people. Perfectly healthy people in a state of stress and overstress may also find that the tonometer readings are well outside the norm. Is it worth swallowing pills right away? Or is there another way to lower your blood pressure? Today we will tell you about a simple and absolutely harmless way, which has long been used in Asia. But first, a little bit about pressure and breathing. When the pressure rises constantly, and doctors diagnose hypertension, the causes are usually failures in the heart, blood vessels, or kidneys. Often, however, the examination does not reveal serious problems with these organs, but the blood pressure is still regularly out of the norm. Unfortunately, many doctors do not delve into the matter and immediately prescribe hypotensive drugs to take on a regular basis. But why take medication if the problem is not completely clear? From what in such a non-standard situation can the blood pressure rise? One of the main reasons is the overload of the nervous system. All of us are in a state of constant stress. And it's not just about the relationship in the family or at work, but also about noise and information pollution. Unfortunately, the modern city dweller is not in full peace and quiet even at night. All this disturbs the normal functioning of the nervous system, and therefore leads to stress and sudden pressure surges. In this case, a person's pulse and breathing are always rapid. These are processes that always accompany a rise in blood pressure. However, there is also an inverse relationship. When breathing normalizes, the brain receives signals that the stressful situation has passed and gives the heart a signal to lower the pressure. This relationship is the basis of the cardiorespiratory method, which we will tell you about today. What is cardio breathing? The principle of this method is based on breathing with the help of the diaphragm. This organ is located between the chest and the abdomen. When you breathe in, the diaphragm rounds from below, inflating the abdomen. The nuance is that not all people have diaphragmatic breathing. But this is not a barrier to using this blood pressure lowering technique. You'll just have to practice your diaphragmatic breathing skill a bit. To begin, place one hand on your navel and the other on your chest. Breathe calmly and watch the movement of your belly. Does it round? This is an indication that your diaphragm is filling up with air. It is important not to cheat yourself or inflate your abdomen with your abs. The diaphragm should round on its own, while the chest should remain stationary. How do you learn to do this correctly? With a simple workout. Put your hands on your stomach and chest and slowly inhale and exhale. Smoothness is important. Some people find it easier to do this lying down. Try it, and decide what works best for you. The second rule is calmness. It is important to perform cardiorespiratory exercises in silence and peace, so that nothing irritates your nervous system. Rule number 3 is the depth and duration of breathing. In a minute you should have exactly 6 breaths and exhalations. To do this, put a clock with a second hand in front of you. Slowly inhale for 5 seconds and exhale the same amount. How often should I practice this method? To normalize your blood pressure, it is enough to perform the exercise of diaphragmatic breathing 3 times a day for 5 minutes, or once a day for 15 minutes. So you will be able to bring your blood pressure back to normal and at least reduce the dose of hypotensive drugs that your doctor has prescribed. And in some cases, with the help of cardio breathing, it is possible to refuse to take them. Given that this method allows you to influence the nervous system, it is also effective for stress control. It is worth noting and complete safety of such a breathing technique. However, it should be borne in mind that in persistent hypertension caused by lesions of the heart or atherosclerosis of the vessels, cardiorespiratory breathing is only an auxiliary method of reducing pressure and does not replace the administration of medication. But even in this situation, it can help avoid a sudden hypertensive crisis. Do you manage your blood pressure with breathing? Tell us about the results of this technique.